Welcome back to Dads and Daughters Talk podcast. We're here to present you great girl dads, fathers, and information for the community. This season, we have a new look, as you can see, new location, new information, new guests, but the same objective, to present you great girl dads and fathers and to mentor each other and build in our community. This season, my first guest, many may not know him outside of this world of basketball, but if you're in the basketball world, he's one of the premier youth coaches in the country. I had the pleasure of coaching against him, pleasure of working with him. He's coached my nephews, he's coached many kids into college and into the pros. For those that don't know him, it's Ray Brewer.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you, brother.
Partaking in this great situation we have on hand today.
As I say, we still got some of the same things from last season, even though some things are new. Still have my co-host, Kevin Ladd.
Thanks for being here. Happy to be here again.
Can't get rid of you, brother. Can't get rid of you. We was joking earlier with Ray when I first met him. Behind the scenes, we were talking, and many don't know. Again, everyone knows him about coaching. But many don't know he's one of the top guards in this area. So like now, people talk about how the great basketball players we have and all the, the guards that we have, but many don't remember how good you played back in the day. So my quick story was I was coaching at Oxon Hill High School. I was an assistant coach at Oxon Hill High School, and our rival was Eleanor Roosevelt. And at the time, we were an undefeated high school team, and we were going over to Roosevelt. And I was still kind of young at the time. I was a young coach, so kids talking trash to me still kind of burned me up. You know what I mean? So I still wanted to prove something. And this young kid walks over to the bench and looks at me and my players and grits on me and says, "I'm giving y'all 30 tonight." And none of my players said a word. So I'm heated. I'm ready to go after him because I'm thinking, who's this dude gonna come over to us? We Oxon Hill at the time. Needless to say, he proceeded to give us 30 that night like he said he was going to do. So I gained respect for him immediately that night, started researching who he was because then I had to scout for the next time we played him. I don't remember who won the game. I'm gonna say we did. He probably remembers, but I'm gonna say we won the game. Never gonna say we lost. But tell us something about some of those battles we used to have back in the day against the Oxon Hill guys.
Man, that was special. That was a special time, and that was something that had made me one of the better players in the area. Just going against guys like that and a rich rivalry. Started with Delonte West, Eddie Bass, and Mike Sweeney, field goals, Lamar Butler, Richard Little, and it kind of goes on from there. So, but y'all did win that game that day. So I bounced back and beat them in the regional championship when they was 27-0 to go to state championship. So that was something I had my hat on really, at a high level between the Roosevelt and Oxon Hill rivalry, which is like a Duke Carolina rivalry at that time.
And this was back when public school was still a good competition.
So you won the game to count it.
Oh, for sure.
According to his memory, it's been a while. It's been
PG.
a while.
Sold out to PG College.
I said, that's the thing, back when Oxon Hill Roosevelt played back then, you might have a line outside waiting for the game for an hour.
Oh, that game was definitely sold out.
Yeah, folks couldn't even get in. So that was a different time. But so your journey at that time, I remember you played for Roosevelt. AAU, both of y'all have something in common. You both played for DC Assault. Mm-hmm. Tell me about those guys. I mean, because again, during that time, DC Assault became the premier AAU organization. And both of you guys were top players for that organization. Tell me how that experience was. Kevin, I know you played before Ray, and then Ray came in, but how was that, growing that? Because at that time, y'all were growing the organization.
Yeah, well, like you said, we was growing the organization when I started. They'd been existing, but we started winning around the time I got there. And how people say you play on the team, it's really a family thing. Like when you play for DC Assault, the guys under you, you look at them as little brothers, you know what I'm saying? They family. So the tradition going, I watched Ray and them when they was playing younger. They didn't know because I was off doing my own thing, but I knew who he was. They talked about him. So, DCSO's a family thing.
Yeah, and I can piggyback on that, and it's kind of similar to the Roosevelt and Oxon Hill thing. Just me playing over the Assault brand, we heard stories about Kevin and them. You know what I mean? Going to Vegas and if it was winning the game or winning the fight, whatever it was, that's what it was. And that was something that was understood, kind of, wearing that blue and gold. And I think that's what kind of being just missed in general is like playing for what was before you.
Right.
So like even when we wore that blue and gold, you played for Kevin, you played for DJ, you know what I mean? You played for Bogans, you played for Sir Valiant Brown, and them guys and Trey Kellys. And those was all the guys that I watched, you know what I mean, when I was playing up at 16 and under. Because that's something people don't know. It was only 2 ages.
Yeah.
It wasn't no 15s, it wasn't no grassroots. It was 16 and 17s. Mm-hmm. And Kurt was handpicking. You know what
I mean, back then,
so,
there was no tryouts. There wasn't. You had to be selected. So like even Kevin and I. So Kevin and I met, as he says, he came before you. We all started at Metro Players with Levi Franklin.
Yeah.
And Kevin and Taj and all those guys was the guys under us. But with their size and the way they played, they was able to. We would still beat them. But it was.
At that time.
Yeah. So I get the whole growth of it because, like I said, with Metro Players, it was let's see, at that time Julian Peterson was in between all of us, but he played up with us. Yeah. Antoine Stokes and guys like that.
And I think that's what just made it our area so rich because like even when them guys wasn't playing in the league or at college, they came back up shooting in Dunbar and practice against us. You know what I mean? So like just to be hands-on with them dudes, to be able to get that experience was something to hold on to and be like, man, I'm trying to go to Temple or want to go to Cincinnati, in these schools because them guys did it. You know what I mean? They did it right in front of us and be able to watch them, take that same path and be able to have something to kind of reach and go get. I think that's what made our area what it was. And I think we got to get back to that somehow, some way.
Yeah, like I said, but it wasn't as many teams. I mean, again, we can go over all the different symptoms of why it's the way it is. And I mean, all the kids need exposure. Everybody needs to play for somebody. But at the time, I think it was more competitive because you had to get selected.
Well, that's the thing about it. We competed regardless. Like, if you hear my story, people tell you, Kevin, he lazy when it comes to practice. But in the game, I'm competing. I don't want to lose. I don't want my friend to beat me. I want to beat my friend so I have bragging right.
Right.
It's not that no more. We don't compete no more. Everybody, when it get tough, they quit. People take them somewhere else. Like, DC Assault taught you toughness. Like, DC Assault honestly saved me. Mm-hmm. So it saved me. It showed me a different view of life. I mean, so I'm always grateful to Kurt and them for that.
Yeah, because folks don't even know, like, Kevin and I used to have like one-on-one battles. I'm like, I don't care, he's 6'10". We're going to play. You can't post up, but we're going to play. And he's still trying to cross me up or whatever else. And then, again, those battles, man, we played back in the day where, I mean, you played 33 or 21. You had one-on-one with your friends. It wasn't just show up at the gym, run some drills, and then we're going out of town. You actually had to fight to get on the court or the respect of your other teammate. But, I mean, we could talk about that forever. So we're going to continue with your journey as far as, like I said, you was one of the premier guards, but then you ran into injury. I think that's what helps with your coaching, in my opinion, of how you can relate with the kids, how you can help them get through adversity, and how you push them because of your situation. So go into a little bit of that, of how the injuries happen, when they happen, and maybe that's why you got into coaching. I don't know.
Of course, I mean, I ended up tearing both of my ACLs, my left one and my right one. I tore my first one 2006, coming out of prep school. I was committed to Kansas State. Delonte Hill, another DC Assault member, family. I blew my knee, and when I did that, they sent me to Miami-Dade at the time with Frank Martin. Them guys had ties. We're going down there. I probably came back 100% for like a month and a half. And I blew my next one. I blew my right knee down there. So I came home, stayed in the hospital, and then I just that was like probably one of my first steps where I went to another place with the good Lord. You know, and I didn't want to go home, my second surgery. So I kind of just asked the Lord to kind of like keep me in a place to where I can still just be a point guard. You know what I mean? Where I can still coach it and navigate it. And like you say, from there, when I came out, I jumped right into coaching, and it was kind of crazy because like I'm looking at my class, they was freshmen in college.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now I'm a 19-year-old coaching AAU basketball, and just so happens your nephew is the first kid I kind of encountered with. You know, so those injuries just, you know what I mean, like it put me in a space to where, you know, I didn't become so selfish to myself to where I didn't want to give back. I wanted to still be a point guard, and I had so much to offer from that position of it. You know what I mean? Even when I was a player, you know, I was a pass first guy, hold people accountable. I tell people all the time, playing with Mike and knowing them, you know what I mean? Like, they was the better players, but I was the true point guard, and they went to my drum. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's kind of a blessing, man, just to kind of see how you still can be an impact, you know what I mean, from the space that I was as a point guard to now. I look back at all the times like where I was focusing on myself, to where when I took myself out of myself and focused on so many others, I've been able to help more than just myself in this process. You know what I mean?
It's funny because it's almost like full circle. When you say you first started coaching, you came across my nephew. So when I first started coaching, I was a young guy. I had just, and Kevin will remember this, I just blew a hole in my lung playing in the game. Where a hole burst in my lung, they gave me like 2 hours to live. Same situation. I'm talking to God like, what do I do now? And it was to go back and coach, to teach guys younger than me a path that I didn't have or the things I didn't know. And I've run across a brass player like you. You just haven't run across a brass player who act just like you and my nephew.
Yeah.
So you at that time you're coaching with who?
I started coaching at Duval High School, actually, JV. I was with Lafayette Dublin. I started coaching with them, and I told them, man, give me the JV,
Yeah.
and give me all freshmen. I don't want no sophomores, no juniors. I just want all freshmen, and just kind of help them nurture in the space of just being in high school, more so than just being a basketball player, but being in high school, because that's an important space. And that's why I coach 7th grade and 15U, because I think those are pivotal moments in young kids' lives. Going into middle school, that's you become a teenager.
Right.
So did that fill your void from playing? That like 100%? It was you?
100%, yeah. Like it was so easy for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To make that transition, because I was able to still see myself making assists in so many ways. You know what I mean? I was still seeing myself make a shot. You know what I mean? I was still seeing my voice being so good of an impact to where I feel like I was still playing. Then I looked at it like I'm standing on the sideline. I'm like, damn, it's actually easier coaching it than playing it. Yeah. Because I can see the game. I was already a player here as a point guard on the floor. I never seen the first man. I always seen the second line and what's going on the back side of things. So now here, it's like as a coach or a mentor and all that, now I can see the whole landscape and be like, all right, look, don't make this move, make this play.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And you just gotta trust and you pray like that they do believe in you and hear you out so they can. And again, they gonna make mistakes. We made them. You know what I mean? Like, and that's another reason why I do what I do, because people don't know I played 6 games my first 2 years of high school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Being ineligible, just being a knucklehead. You know what I mean? So I get it to where I understand where, look, we gonna have some adversity, but you can still bounce back from it if you just pick your head up and get on from there.
So now we all know you as one of the premier coaches in the country. We know you train the kids. So we have all these different sayings in basketball where, you got Kobe with Mamba mentality. We've coined the phrase of Ray Way. Tell me the mentality of Ray Way. And who coined that phrase anyway?
Honestly, myself, man. You know what I mean? And just being comfortable and confident in who I am. You know what I mean? I was never afraid of understanding people understanding, like, I want the best for that child. And sometimes they not gonna like it that way. And they gonna go on, but I can't change for anything because I understand I came from a good culture, a good grain of when they talk about being a young man, being an athlete. You know what I mean? I done learned from Curtis Malone, Keith Stevens, David Cox, Melvin Middleton. I mean, the list goes on with guys that Kurt had in the program. You know what I mean? Who was more father figures and big brothers and uncles than a basketball coach.
Right.
You know what I mean? They showed me more than just how to be a basketball player, but more just how to be a young man out here. So like those things just stayed connected to me from even when I got into coaching. Toughness, togetherness, selfless. You know what I mean? Like these things that's been poured into me.
Right.
To where if it wasn't, I watched a McDonald American. You know what I mean? DJ McDonald's, Mike Beasley McDonald, like these dudes, like the list goes on, James White, I went to Newport, so like I seen so much basketball from a space to where it was just tough, genuine love.
I think it's a gift and a curse though. This is the reason I say why. I think it's a gift because we have so many players who are that talented. But then we have the McDonald's All-American who walks around like he wasn't. These guys, all the guys you name are genuinely good dudes. Yep. They don't walk around arrogant. They don't walk around flaunting, I was this and who are you? And I think the kids think it's that easy and don't understand the work that you guys put in to get where you were. Because again, there's nothing to walk in the gym to see a Kevin Ladd, to see a James White, to see all these guys. And again, they're going to dap up the kids. They're going to talk with everybody. They're approachable. I think in other places, some of the stars, okay, they're stars. But our guys actually homegrown, giving back. Again, and I think that's another reason why you guys coach premier organizations. Like you would Takeover, you would New World, because you have guys who are also good guys. You all, raised, y'all brought that same culture to, I'm just not your coach. I'm going to be a father figure as well and help grow these kids.
No,
to go what you're saying, like, you're right. But it's so many of us here that it's so much talent here that you can't. The difference between me and Alani Box was an opportunity. I went away to school. He stayed. It's just an opportunity. Like you said, Curtis did something for me that if he didn't do it, I don't tell him where I would be. He got me out of here 10th grade year and sent me away to go to school. That's
right.
Probably one of the best things that happened to me. I hated it at the moment, but that's the best thing that happened to me.
So now we got you coaching. You was coaching high school. You're coaching AAU. Eventually, you get into the team takeover organization, and it takes off.
Oh.
So now all these kids, almost like I know when I was coaching, not they're my kids, but I feel responsible for these kids. So it's kind of like not a pride thing, but I'm proud to see these kids get somewhere, go to school. Y'all share that same feeling, like you're pushing these kids for a reason. And I think some of the bad organizations, they try to ride the coattail of the kid. I think you guys, like say, Takeover, New World, Assault's back now, Premier. I think these organizations do it differently, and that's why you guys are where you are. Because I think, like I said, you have Keith, you have Taj, and all these guys who have been through all of this, who come back and say this is the right way to do it. So again, I commend you guys, organizations, for doing it the right way.
So when the kids, like you said, there's a lot of kids that go on to be something. I don't care what organization they're from. They're from here, so I'm supporting. I'm happy for them. They pick it out to be, they make it out to be like we all dislike each other, and that's far from the truth.
But let's dispel that rumor right now. Like you see these two guys, two rival organizations on the court, great friends behind the scenes. So all this bickering and who's better, who got this, who got that, Team Durant and everybody else, all you guys do an outstanding job of raising our kids and putting them in a position to be successful in college. That's the main goal. But again, even with them, all you guys, I've been on the road and seen everybody after the games, you all are discussing who kid, I can't get this kid here. I got a kid that can go to this school. Folks, I don't think folks really realize the behind the scenes of how you guys are actually working together for the betterment of the kid. They just see the competitiveness during the game, and they don't understand when we played, I'm not your friend during the game, but afterwards, it's about the kid.
We still competing. We can't play no more, so this is how we compete. This is our game. There's no love lost. He want to be me, I want to be him. That's just what it is.
And I think the parents who didn't play are the ones who got it mixed up and don't realize, those are the ones who's creating all these.
I'm gonna give you a story one time. We playing Ray and them. It was Anne Arundel County. There's a dog fight. Ray got a Gatorade. Toss, let me get some of that Gatorade. He tossed the Gatorade to Todd and Shane Gatorade. The parents don't understand what's going on. They don't understand it's not, we're friends. We're actually friends.
Friends for 20, 30 years.
Yeah, I want the best for Ray. I know Ray want the best for me.
Right.
But that's how we got better, because our friends pushed each other.
Right. So now you have all these kids, right? We're gonna get to the harder things now. Baby Ray comes along.
Yeah.
How do you feel becoming? So you've been coaching boys, all of your little guys.
Yeah.
Now this little girl comes along. How do you feel? How does it change your life? What does it mean to you be a girl dad?
Probably the best feeling of my life, honestly. Outside of being born and being able to see another day. It's an honor. You can't really explain it. You know what I mean? I probably the best feeling is, man, regardless of what day I have when I leave that door, when I come back, that door to there every day, and just giving you the ultimate joy and love, I ain't getting it nowhere else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's an unbelievable feeling, and we leave every day that house with a purpose. You know what I mean? And then now when you have this come along, that purpose become a little more intense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a big piece is coming back home every day. So it changed me like fast.
I tell everybody
It changed me fast to where I went a whole year and didn't train nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's my passion and that's my love. But something bigger.
Ain't nothing like it.
You know what I mean? I had to start navigating how I'm gonna get back into the swing of things to where Tiff was like, Ray, you gonna go back in the gym? And it was like, I was so much in the space to where I knew I was out of it, but I wasn't. I was like, shoot, I'm here.
Right.
So that one right there, Baby Ray, is special, man. The whole Marlboro Pike know her now at 3 years old. Peach Jam know her, everybody know her, and it's a beautiful thing to kind of see like the community just embrace her. You know what I mean? It kind of give me throwback vibes to where when I was growing up, the community, took the kids in. You know what I mean? Up down the street knew who you was, the rec knew. So I'm gonna continue to just, try my best to give her that organic development of love, through this madness that we dealing with outside. But it's doable, and like I said, that first one was everything.
And you can see the genuine joy and love when I see her running around the gym. Like it's almost like she was born to be in the gym. But that's from the bloodline. That's from you, the development, the love, the support that you're giving her.
Like, it's funny that we say that because I wish Todd still had the little camp going on, because I just let her go up there and just figure it out. You know what I mean? But it's awesome, man. And I know you guys, understand that feeling and have been in that space, So, but nah, it's
Man, mine just turned 21 Saturday, and I know what you're fighting back right now, thinking about her, because I don't think people really realize, unless you're a girl dad and you're really attached to that daughter, just talking about her will make you want to tear up.
Yeah, for sure.
She's 3 now.
Yeah.
You got your working boots ready?
I'm getting them there, man.
It's some work.
I'm getting
It's work, but you built for it, though.
Yeah,
you built for it.
You gonna put her in the sports or just let her figure it out?
I'm gonna let her figure it out because I'm fortunate enough to with Tiff. She was a ball player, and all her kids, Pip, Real, and all of them was playing. So she kind of in the space of where she forcing that action right now. She being that parent, so I'm gonna be the opposite.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Through the experience of just even coaching, you know what I mean? I learned a lot, and I told myself I'm gonna let mine just organically, you know what I mean, just grow into it. So where even we're gonna have a conversation and be like, look, You want Dad Ray or you want Coach Ray? Because it's a difference.
Big difference.
You know what I mean? And they got to understand that it can't just be thrown on them that I'm going to be Coach Ray and she looking at me like, whoa, I ain't never seen this part of my dad.
Right.
You know what I mean? She only seen the level and the can. So when she get to that point, if she really want to hit the ground and get it, then we'll have a conversation and be like, look, this is what we do. If you want me to be dad, then I know enough people that I'll put you in place with to do whatever you want to do. But if you want me to be solely all in with this, this is who I am when I'm in this box. And this is what it look like when I'm pushing you. So be able to split that and understand, look, when we be here, it's all love and dad. But when we in here, this is what it is. This is who I've been. This is what you've been hearing so much about. This is what I've been doing.
She gonna find out about the Ray way.
Yeah, for sure. And she got her own way. So, you know what I mean? I'm kind of going to her drum off that one.
But then you come back and you had twins.
Yeah.
So it's a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
Then now you know the difference. So I tell everybody, I mean, I only have the one girl, but I tell everybody that I know have a boy and a girl. It's a difference from having those girls than that boy. Now you got them at the same time.
Yeah.
And you love all of them. What's the difference for you? Is it still just that soft spot, or is it?
Nah, it's crazy because like I didn't even want a boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like my Raylan had me she got me so gone to where like when we found out that she was pregnant again, it was like I want another girl. You know what I mean? I'm all in with the girl dad. You know what I mean? I'm all in. Cause just seeing my daughter, I can see me in her, but it's easy to kind of control that because just me raising my voice a little high pitch, she gonna calm it down. But I'm seeing my son now, and I'm like, oh, all right, it's gonna be me. We gonna be in here really getting to it,
right?
You know what I mean? So I even already see my other daughter already similar moving how my oldest is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like, oh man, this is happening again. To where like the boys with mom, bro. I be having both of my girls every day.
Yeah, that's typically how it go. When you're a real girl dad, that's typically how it go.
Like with him, I'm gonna just let him figure it out. You know what I mean? I'm all in with Raylan and Reagan for sure.
It's a tough question. The tough Ray with the girls. How they get you?
Oh, soft. I'm soft, yeah. I find myself getting on her because she tough. You know what I mean? She a tough one. She don't fear nothing. Everything funny. You know what I mean? So like, I find myself getting on her, and then when my voice get high, and then I see her crack, and I'm gone. What you want?
Absolutely.
Go get it. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at. And the thing is, bro, I ain't fighting it. You know what I mean? Like I listen to a lot of fathers. You know what I mean? Again, just another space to where, you know what I mean, you learning every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? On the fly, and it's a game again. It's basketball again. I'm finding myself working out every day, going through the failures. You know what I mean? It's small failures to a win.
But that's why we're glad that you're a part of Dads, because that's what the whole point of Dads is some of us that have been through it, some of us that haven't, we all pulling together, we all learning from each other. Again, we can talk, because, you know, how we do anytime, we can talk forever.
Yeah.
But I mean, I want to thank you for coming and giving us a little bit of your time today.
Yeah.
Congrats on everything. Congrats on the past championship you just had with the McNamara girls. Again, you boys, girls, it seems like the Ray way just wins everywhere you go. We wish you continued success. Again, thank you for being a part of Dads. Thank you for coming to talk to us today. We'll have you back again sometime. Well, just when we have our rap sessions.
Appreciate you.
This ain't nothing but love, right?
It don't change.
Yeah.
You will stay that way. They don't keep you soft.
Again, we got grown kids, and we still feel the same way you feel right now. But that's another episode of Dads. Make sure you all go to the website, ccscenter30.org, to catch us on the Community Trust Service Center, or make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the things you're supposed to do on social media, on YouTube at Dads and Daughters Talk, and interact with us. Send us in some questions, talk to us. We'll see you next time on the next episode of Dads Talk Podcast. Well, there you have it. Another great episode of Dad's Talk Podcast. We had the great youth basketball coach, Ray Brewer, great DMV legend in basketball. Really appreciate him coming out and talking with us and understanding the development of not only our young men, but pouring into his daughter and pouring into the community. Make sure you go out, like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on YouTube at Dads and Daughters Talk. Again, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you at the next episode.